All right, that was a little bit more smoother. That was a little smoother. Way better than it was last time. Let me turn this down a little bit more. Actually, let me just, I think I need to turn me up a little bit. No, I think I sound fine. Turn it down just a little bit more. There we go. How you doing, beloved? Beloveds? How are ya? Let me pop you guys out here. There. Oh, we got questions already. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna get to your questions for a second. Let me make sure. All right, you know what? I almost was like close to like rescheduling this for next Tuesday, but then I was like, nah, let me go ahead and do it because I still I didn't have the time. I went on a little brief vacation to clear my mind and to unplug, and basically I just needed that time, and I didn't get those videos out to you guys that I said I was gonna do it, and I definitely going to make up for it. So I was like, because of that is the reason why I'm here now, because I totally didn't follow through on those videos, you know. So anyway, greetings, beloved. Hello everyone. How are you? So wonderful to see you all. So let's see, we'll go ahead and get started because I see some of you are starting to ask some questions, and I still haven't decided if I'm going to do this every Tuesday. I don't want to commit to that. So what you all should do is just subscribe, hit the little bell. I think you've had to hit it twice. YouTube is so stupid sometimes, man. Ugh. Anyway, just make sure you do the notifications. So like if I'm going to do a Q&A, it's going to either be at 8 o'clock or 8:30. So that on a Tuesday, because Tuesdays are really like a easygoing day for me, believe it or not. And so when I decide to do these Q&As, I'll do it on a Tuesday or a Sunday. That's another one. So I'll do it on a Tuesday or Sunday. So let me go ahead and get started with the questions. So okay, so Cher, I already answered your question in reference to re-uploading the video on the natural contraception. You just need to go to the last Q&A that I did and look into the comment section. Now, unfortunately, the live chat is not showing on that video because there was a copyright content ID attached to the video, and I had to mute that out. And in order to mute that out, I had to, edit the video, which canceled out the live chat. So I apologize because I did put the actual link in the live chat, but I put it in the comment section of that video. All right, let's see. Which natural juices to reduce estrogen levels in women who have fibroids? I already changed. Oh, hold on a second. I already changed my diet and body products too. There are natural juices to reduce estrogen. No such thing. You're just going to have to, if you want to reduce, first of all, you're going about it the wrong way. What estrogenic foods and estrogenic things that you are partaking in, eliminate that in order to eliminate your fibroids. The fibroids are not causing the estrogen. The estrogen is causing the fibroids. Also the mindset and things like that. And when it comes to fibroids, ladies, I don't know how many times I got to tell you all this, but I look like I'm going to have to keep telling you everything because for some reason, many of you are in denial. What I'm telling you is that the reason why I had a high success rate with eliminating fibroids was because it was a complete mind, body, and spirit life life-changing event. It wasn't about your diet. It wasn't about the pills you were taking. It was mainly your mindset. And every woman who has fibroids have some emotional issues. But you all don't want to talk about your issues. You want to talk about your diet, and you want to talk about what you're doing, this, that, and the other. And when it comes to fibroids, there's no such thing as one plan fits all. That's why in my packages, the platinum package and the VIP package is the one that includes my consultation. But in the platinum package, it was given based upon the type of fibroids you have. If you have a subserosal, submucosal, intramural, intercavity fibroid, based upon what type of fibroids you have to go through a different plan. So somebody who has intramural fibroids have to go through a different plan than somebody who has a subserosal or a pedunculated fibroid. Let's just use that, a pedunculated fibroid. That's a totally different bag. But I give all of the information on how to do all of those. You know what I'm saying? And if you need me to do it, and I've never been secretive about this, is that it's really going to cost you a lot of money to even come my way. $3,000, because I'm very salty with the way I was not appreciated and how women are going to try to dictate to me with an impeccable record for so many years since the 2001, actually 99, but I don't really count that because I was an apprentice at the time. But since 2001, I have had an impeccable record with helping women reverse infertility, reverse their fibroids, reverse ovarian cysts, reverse a prolapsed uterus. Bacteria infections, anything dealing with your reproductive system. I was the one that really had. I wasn't the only one. Let's be clear. There's no such thing. But I was the one who had the highest success rate. And what I've learned, the bigger you are, the more you're targeted. And it got to the point where it wasn't fun for me anymore, and I didn't feel any gratification, so I bounced. And I said, anytime women, when you want to bargain with me about your health, I'm like, what do you come to me for? If I tell you can't eat red meat and you're like, well, what if I just eat hamburgers on Saturday only? Just one Big Mac. What the hell did I just tell you? I said no red meat. Oh, you're just too strict. What the hell you come to me for then? But every woman who did what I said, every woman who did what I told them to do, who didn't try to cheat the program, they have babies now. They are fibroid free now. They are PMS free now. They have everything. They are living wonderful lives to this day. And then we had a couple of them come into my chat. If you all who've been looking at my chat, we have had a couple of my past clients come in and say, Dr. Akilah, I'm not here to look at the Q&A. I just wanted to thank you for helping me back about 5 years ago. Get rid of fibroids. I have a 3-year-old son, blah, blah, blah. I get this a lot. So if you all coming in here for fibroid help, I'm going to tell you like I always tell everybody, okay? If you want help, let me go get the link because I see a lot of people going to come in here and I'm not angry that you want to do that, but I'm just going to have to just be straight up, okay? Here's the deal. Where it says, I'm going to give you the link. And hopefully this chat, I don't have to edit the music because I'm not using any content ID music. Here's the link. Where just click on that link. And at the top it says, Holistic Healthcare for Shrinking Fibroids is now through our bronze, platinum, and VIP diamond packages. If you want any information in reference to fibroids, that's the link to go to, okay? All right, now let's go to this next question. How to get my leaky gut healed fast? Oh, that's easy. You got to change your entire diet. Your entire diet has to change, definitely. That's an easy one. Let's see. What food groups to include in one's diet to increase fertility? It's not about the food, really, as far as fertility is concerned. When women are infertile, there's a reason why they're infertile, and it's usually dealing with some kind of emotional blockage. Also, if I also did this on the contraception, the natural contraception video, where I said, if you're trying to get pregnant by the man that's not meant to be your mate, your uterus is going to kill his sperm cells. Go look at that video. That video, I was talking about how some women were infertile with their husbands, but then when they had an affair, boom, instantly pregnant. Okay. Can you see me? Yeah, I can see you, JB. Hey, Darkstar. Yeah, girl, what's happening? I ain't seen you in a minute. Okay, let's see who else. What kind of results should we expect to using the castor oil packs, given we are following a vegan regimen? Well, if you actually do the castor oil pack and the vegan regimen, what are you doing psychologically? What are you doing about your emotional status? You mentioned organic chicken. Is it okay if must have what? Hold on. You mentioned an organic chicken. Is it okay? Must have it. You said no red meat. Is organic red? JB, you said no red meat, and then you asked at the end, is organic red? This is what I'm talking about. You said no red meat. Is organic grass-fed beef permitted? What do you think? What do you think? This is what I'm talking about. Y'all want to bargain with me and You just said, Dr. Akilah, you said no red meat. And then you go behind that and go, but is organic grass-fed beef permitted? This is what I'm talking about. I deal with this all the freaking time. This is what I'm talking about. What did I say though? But no. What did I say? But this is why I don't deal with you women, and you going to pay me a lot of money to put up with this nonsense. Because when I tell you something, it's like I'm the mother. It's like I'm the mother and you all are little kids. Have you ever told a kid no? Have you ever told a kid no and then they try to ask you in another way? Mom, can I have some ice cream for dinner? No, you can't have any ice cream for dinner. We'll give it to you for dessert after you eat all your spinach, all your vegetables and whatever your plate. You're gonna clean your plate. Clean your plate and you can have ice cream. Then they'll think about it and go, okay, well, can I have vegan ice cream for dinner? I said no. Okay, if I clean my room and be good in school, can I have ice cream for dinner? And that's when I just whip your ass, because I told you this. See, I'm the kind of parent that I would like spare the rod, spoil the child. I'm going to teach you that my no means no. My mother was so abusive, but let me tell you something. When my mother said no, I never came behind her with an alternative question to get what I want. Her no's mean no. And that's what women have been doing to me for years. For years. And if you understood how bad beef is for you women, you wouldn't even try to bargain with it. I don't care if it's organic, grass-fed. Listen, let me tell you something about beef. Human beings are not supposed to eat animals that are bigger than you. Let me say that again. Human beings should not eat animals that are bigger than them. That's why you got colon cancer, IBS, flatulence, and then you know what? And you want to know why your vagina doesn't smell so well? That's one of the reasons. Okay, hold on. I can go on a rant. I can go on a rant with this. But I'm so glad this is happening so you guys can see what I go through. Just a little bit. It's not even this bad, but I mean, it gets really bad. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm too cheap to go. I'm too cheap to go through this. So y'all want to get rid of your fibroids? Okay, you got plans. Two of them are money back guarantee and the other one is not. Okay, somebody's asking about a thyroid. All right. What should I do to get rid of this? Thyroid 7.7/8. I don't know what you're asking me. You have to be more specific. How can I stop prolonged cycle? Nicole, what do you know why your cycle is prolonged? Like, is it prolonged because you're on contraception, or did you stop taking a birth control method? Now see, I got to get back into what's going on with the birth control method now, because I do believe there was a birth control method, Depo, right? If you take, it's coming to me. When women would take Depo, Provera, and when they stopped, they would have long cycles. So I need you to tell me, why are you having long cycles? Are you having long cycles because of that? Are you having long cycles because of an ovarian cyst, a fibroid tumor? Why are you having long cycles? Because you said organic chicken was okay. Oh, well, if I said organic chicken was okay, that means that you can take cocaine. That makes sense, right? False comparison, JB. Just because I said organic chicken was okay, but I specifically said no red meat, that meant that you can eat organic grass-fed beef? That makes no sense. Okay. Thank you, ruled by Venus. No, they don't want to put in the work. They want to have I don't have any peanut jelly 90. No, I don't have kids because my clients were my kids. I am proud to say that I have done the right thing to make sure that I didn't bring any unwanted children in this world. I'm not judging you if you did. I'm not judging any woman who did. But what I'm saying is that I know the value of my uterus, and I know how powerful I am as a creatress. And I don't take bringing children into this world lightly. And if I'm not somebody's wife, I'm not going to be a mama either. Ooh, no, you didn't say that, girl. Yes, I did. See, I'm going to be a wife first and then a mama. And now I just have no interest in being no mama. I will be somebody, the wife part, yeah, but the mama, no thank you. I'm a long-term vegan, no soy, wheat meat. That has very dry skin. What foods do you suggest to prevent dry skin? Well, let me ask you some basic questions. What is your weight and how much water are you drinking in ounces? I eat 1 to 2 avocados a day. I definitely want to know your weight and now. 147. Okay, how many ounces of water do you drink a day? Okay, while you thinking about that, I'll go ahead and answer the next question. 32 to 64 depending on my schedule. Okay, so the water is taken care of. All right. It doesn't sound like you're dehydrated, but it sounds like... Okay, let me ask you another question. You're a vegan. Are you a raw food vegan, or what is the percentage of your food is... It doesn't matter if you're in Phoenix, Arizona. Sweetie, I love the heat. Is most of your food processed? Like, what percentage of your food is processed? And are you on medication? Okay, Nicole says 70. Oh, hold on. Let me get back. Why are you answering me really quickly? I'm 65 to 75% raw, and you're not on any meds. And you have dry skin, then you must have. Can you stick out your tongue and see if it's coated with white? Anything white? Okay, you have a white coating on your tongue. Okay. All right. So your dry skin is due to candida. So you see how I had to ask a lot of questions in order to find out where your dry skin is coming from. So your dry skin is coming from yeast, and that's the reason why you're having it. So you need to go ahead and deal with acidophilus or some very strong bifidus. And I don't know what your diet is as far as raw is concerned, but I would basically, I would definitely eliminate a lot of the fruit until that yeast is controlled. Okay, so the next one is, Nicole, I have a hypoactive thyroid. Here we go with the hypoactive thyroid again. Hey, Nicole Monroe. Did you listen to our discussion last Tuesday? I had 4 women come into the chat talk about some hypoactive thyroid, and now I realize that's a new gimmick that the doctors are playing on you. The thyroid chakra is close by 7-8. Okay, I don't understand your question. The first question you said was, let me go back to it. Thyroid 7-8. What should I do to get rid of this? I don't know what you're talking about. And then you're saying the thyroid chakra is closed. Okay, I need you to be specific in your question when you're asking me a question. I don't know what you're talking about. I know about the chakra. I know about this and the thyroid. Your thyroid is in your neck. So I'm trying to figure out, what are you talking about? Dr. Akilah, given optimum condition, can you speak more about what kind of help castor oil packs can contribute and realistic length of time it takes to shrink the fibroid? I can't, because I don't know what size fibroids you have. I don't know what kind of fibroids you have. I could never do that, because everybody has different size fibroids. Everybody has different kind of fibroids. So unfortunately, I can't answer that. Any other way than birth control to help very heavy periods caused from endometriosis? If you have endometriosis, you need to see a naturopath about that to get that reversed. Doctor says just take birth control. And you're going to listen to the medical doctor to make that worse? If you don't want to do it, yeah, you said, I don't want to do it. Then don't do it. They are massive. Wait a minute. Do you have fibroids or do you have endometriosis? Because you just said that you're having heavy bleedings from endometriosis, but then you turn around and say they are massive. So you have fibroids. It's not the endometriosis that's causing your heavy bleeding. It's the fibroids, right? No problem, Nicole. I'm pretty no, not y'all gotta have thick skin. See what I'm pretty hardcore. I've always been this way because women are too thin skinned. You guys need to get a little thick skin. So I'm gonna be really like no nonsense, but I do care. And also the way I am no nonsense is to get people who are too thin skinned and want me to cuddle them to get them away from me. I don't have the time for that. So I want to help you, but you got to help me help you. Remember, that wasn't you, Nicole. Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, no, that was somebody else. But no, I want you all, in order for me to help you, you got to help me. So help me by, being specific and then, telling me the truth. My periods are massive. Oh, your periods are okay, the words to use are my periods are heavy. Because when I hear massive, I'm thinking fibroids. So you have heavy periods. I had surgery for a tubal and doc said I have endometriosis. What was wrong with your fallopian tubes? Miss Dunk, you don't have the doctor. Did you ever get I feel a lie being told to you. And I want to ask you something. Did you ever get an ultrasound from your doctor? Have you ever had an ultrasound? And if you have, what year? What do you recommend for someone who has fibroids and who can't do a program because of autoimmune disease medication? Gonna have to deal with the fibroids. I would like to do as much as I can to help reduce my fibroids. You can't do it with medication. Choose a God. You can't. And I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna be, beloved, I can't be one of these people that lie to you and say, well, take this herb and take that and buy my blah blah blah. And no. I'm gonna just be straight up with you. When you're on medication like that for autoimmune disease, you can't do a natural regimen to get rid of your fibroids. Unfortunately, you are now the property of the doctor. If I were you, I would do my best to naturally reverse the autoimmune disease so you don't have to be on that medication. But if you're on medication from the pharmaceutical companies underneath your doctor, you can't do stuff like that natural. As a matter of fact, I used to do a screening process because I noticed a lot of people were coming to me on these heavy medications, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to choose a God. You're gonna either do it natural, you're gonna deal with the medical doctors. And my thing is there's no wrong answer. A lot of people can't be vegans, and a lot of people can't do holistic health. That's just the truth of it. If I can feel my fibroids in my lower belly, what type of fibroids is that? It could be a pedunculated fibroid. It could be, or subserosal fibroid. The best way to find out is by getting an ultrasound. The largest size fibroid is the size of a lemon with fallopian blockage. Can castor oil packs and change a diet rid these fibroids? Okay. Getting rid of, I know you just came late, so I'll repeat myself. There's no problem. Getting rid of fibroids is a complete overall lifestyle change. It's not about popping a pill. It's not about only changing your diet. It requires you to change everything about yourself, the way you eat, the way you think, the way you live. It changes everything. And I know you just got in here, so I'll say this again. Every woman who has fibroid tumors have some kind of emotional baggage. Now, I still do that, by the way. I still do emotional counseling. And you all don't want to deal with the psychological reasons on why you got the fibroids in the first place. So there's no such thing as a one-stop shop. There's no such thing as, it all depends on what size fibroid you have, what kind of fibroid you have, and then you have to go through the natural remedy, which is specifically stated in one of my packages, and then you got to go through a psychological evaluation and counseling with that. And that's basically that's that. And because of that, this is a reason why I said, holistic health is not for everyone. It's just not. And I don't judge anyone who feels the need that they have to deal with a doctor. But understand that once you place your body in the hands of a doctor, you have to be loyal to that doctor. You have to be loyal to the medical industry. I'll never forget when I was laid up in the hospital last year. I was so humiliated with myself. I said, I can't believe, and this is why I'm back, because I'm like, I have to preach this so I can practice it. But once I stop preaching it, I stop practicing it. And I let stress bring my immune system down to the point where I'm up in the hospital with staph infection. What's wrong with me? And they was pumping me with all kinds of antibiotics. And once I got it, and I looked at, I'll never forget this. There was a sister, she was a nurse. Because I was a very angry patient. They didn't like me. But this one sister was very patient with me, right? And I looked at her, I'll never forget. I looked at her and I said, I know you hear this, but I'm going to tell you right now, and I mean this on my life. Y'all will never see me up in this hospital again. I said, lesson learned. I said, I know what I have to do. And I said, I'm not going to be here anymore. And I guess she could feel it in my face and in my head, and she just saw the seriousness. And they gave me this big package with all these medications to fill out. I burned those things. And I went because, I know how to do this stuff. And I went and got my own herbal regimen. Then I had to take off so much bifidus. I had to do acidophilus. I had to take so much acidophilus just to get my gut health back in check. And that took 3 months. And I said to myself, I am the type of person that does not need to be beholden to the medical industry. I'm the type of person who don't need to be under any medication or dealing with the medical society whatsoever. My body, my mind, my lifestyle is married to holistic health. And this is what I'm talking about, beloved. When you guys come holistic, you have to understand that this is not a quick fix. You want a quick suppression, not a quick fix, go to the medical doctors. But if you want something that's going to keep you here on this earth with a quality of life where you are not on any medication, you're not suffering from bad symptoms from the medication, you feel good, things are going well for you, you're going to have to go to this route, the natural route, every time. What life you want to live? If you want to live on medication, no judgment here, then you have to do that. But you can't serve two gods. Okay, let me go back to well, my cycles have lasted for 6 weeks at a time. It seems like it wanted to stop. Oh, Nicole, were you on? I'm sorry, I asked you a question. I don't know if you probably answered or not. Why are you having long periods? Pregnancy was the reason outside the womb. Only ultrasound for pregnancy. Go get it. Hold on. Ultrasound was 3 months ago for the surgery. When he was doing surgery, okay, Miss Dunk. Girl, I got you. I know how to help you with this. Go get an ultrasound for your uterus, because there's a strong chance you got fibroids, beloved. I think your doctors are lying to you, or excuse me, not lying like telling you lies. They're lying by omission. I don't think they're telling you you have fibroids. I promise you, I've been doing this for so long and I'm very intuitive, and I feel you have fibroids. And if you've been on birth control, I know you got fibroids. So go get an ultrasound. Go get an ultrasound and make sure that ultrasound is on your uterus. Okay? Because for them to do ultrasounds on your, and there's a strong chance he knows you have fibroids and he's not going to even tell you. They do that stuff, you know. Okay, what can I do to reverse lupus or improve the point where I can eliminate my medication? That's a good question. I have several people with lupus, women, and that is a regimen change. Unfortunately, I can't give you anything specific because that requires a consultation. So my recommendation is to interview a couple of naturopaths or holistic practitioners and ask them, have they had any success in reversing lupus? If they have, ask them if they can give you references, because that's what I used to do. I used to say, yeah, I helped this woman and this woman and this woman, and then I got their permission beforehand to give email addresses if they wanted to reference me, is because I want people to tell what type of strict naturopath I am. It's like, I want, seriously, when I would refer people, when people like, well, can I contact your references? I said, oh yeah, please. Because I want my past clients to tell these new perspective. Now, I'm not doing it anymore, by the way. I removed myself from it for now. But I wanted my old clients to tell the possible new perspective, or the new possible new client, how mean I am, how no nonsense I am, how unfiltered I am, how strict I am, so they don't come in blindsided when I don't like baby you. So, you know, with lupus can be reversed, no problem, but you're going to have to find a naturopath, and there are some out there. You're just going to have to hunt for it. I'm a nurse and I don't fully agree with allopathic medicine. Okay, that's nice. I don't understand how is that relevant to my Q&A? And who cares if you're a nurse? You know what? When I was in a hospital, 90% of you women were obese. So spare me about I'm a nurse. Why are hospitals filled with fat, obese nurse? So I don't care. Your credibility don't mean nothing to me. I'm a nurse. Who gives a Ooh, y'all make me about to use profanity. Okay. Okay, hypoactive thyroid and fibroids. Okay, that's why you're having a long period. Okay, Nicole, you're not having a long period because of hypoactive thyroid, beloved. Nicole, what's your weight? Okay, I believe you're having long periods because of fibroids, but not no hypoactive thyroid. Wait a minute, no. I'm sorry. No, Nicole, I'm wrong. Nicole, I apologize, beloved. I apologize. You are correct. I'm sorry. I'm confusing hypo with hyper. Nicole, you're right. Your thyroid is sluggish. I want to make sure I'm understanding this right. Now, you having long periods because of your fibroids, not because of your thyroid. But if you're having a sluggish thyroid, that's going to have you, it's also going to produce more, you're going to have more estrogen production. What do you think about fibroid embolization? I think I did a video on why that is the worst thing you can ever do to your body. I did a video on it. Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to look through my video archive. I specifically did a video. I think it's on fibroid Q&A. Fibroid Q&A, and it's fibroid Q&A, and I do believe I talked specifically why fibroid embolization is an awful idea. Okay, I have high blood pressure, don't like meds, so what natural things can I use to normalize my blood pressure? Oh, very good question, and I can answer this. You're gonna have to alter your eating, like cut down on the processed foods, cut down on the sugar, leave the breads alone, and deal with your stress. High blood pressure is strictly just diet and stress. That's all that is. Let me say that again. High blood pressure is just strictly diet and stress. You all are eating unconsciously in front of the monitor, in front of the TV. You're not being aware of how much processed foods you're eating. And that's something you need to take in consideration. The throat chakra test stated that it was a thyroid imbalance. So out of a space of 8, the results was 7. There is no pain though. What remedy should I use? Okay, is your thyroid sluggish or hyperactive? I don't know what this throat chakra test is all about. That sounds like some hippie goobly gop. But I need you to make it plain. But thank you for being more specific, because now I realize why I don't understand what you're talking about. Because I never heard of a thyroid chakra test. What the hell is that? But all I need to know is your thyroid hyperactive or hypoactive? Is it like sluggish, or is it it's too hyperactive? Okay, can you share the worst case you ever seen? Have you seen success with numerous? Absolutely. I've oh my God. I think the worst case I ever seen was I think a woman had 22 centimeter fibroids, I think. And let me just say this in reference to success. Every woman who did what I told her to do got rid of her fibroids. Nicole said yes. Okay, Nicole. Hey, girl. All right. Again, I apologize. I don't know what's going on. I just got off on vacation, so I'm blaming it. Yeah. Hypoactive thyroid. If your thyroid is sluggish, okay, that is going to encourage the growth of the fibroids. But your heavy bleeding is from the fibroids, not your thyroid, okay? All right. You were about to show your alter ego. Shh, Dark Star. Shh, don't tell nobody. I know it's so hard, Ken. It's so hard. I gotta be zen. Hey, Dark Star. I gotta be zen here. I have to be zen. Okay. Could fibroids be the reason for missed periods? No. I am 100 pounds overweight. No. If you're missing your periods, first thing I would do is take a pregnancy test. Now, if you're a virgin or you're celibate, and you know you didn't have sex, then the next thing I would do is find out, like, if you're under stress, because stress fibroids never make you miss periods. Stress can make you miss periods. Being pregnant can make you miss period. If you have moved locations, that can make you basically lose a period, miss a period. I already had embolization 7 years ago, but have been healing naturally. Is it all lost now? Is what lost? Nirvana. Let me know what you're asking me, beloved. Is what loss? I need to know what it means. Okay, Miss Dunk says, my gyno has never suggested an ultrasound for my uterus. I took his word and often feel uneducated about my women parts. I will take your advice. Don't depend on your, Miss Dunk, don't depend on your medical doctor. Your medical doctor needs to, hey, stop spamming that Negro's name. Let me, hold on. Y'all don't come to my, let me tell y'all something. Don't come to my, girl, you do that again, I'm gonna ban you. Don't come to my Q&A and promote another male in my Q&A. What's wrong with you? That's disrespectful. This is Dr. Akilah's live stream. Don't you come into my live stream promoting some other person. And by the way, the person you promoting, I don't even like that brother. I'm about to call him the N-word, but man, y'all making it hard for me to. I don't even like him, and I don't recommend him. He does not have. Oh my God! If you guys go to that brother for some fibroids and whatever, you're gonna end up getting a hysterectomy, and you tell him I said that. He is garbage. Now I will tell you one sister. And by the way, she's not even a fan of mine. But I'm gonna tell you, she it works. Okay. Queen Afua. If y'all want to go to somebody who's conscious, who's all into Africa, go to her. She has an excellent track record. She don't think too much about me, but let me tell you something. That just show you how I don't care if she doesn't really like me too much or whatever. If I want you to get results. So since I left, unfortunately, she didn't take my throne, but I'm like, if you're going to go to somebody who's real good, go to her. So that's that. That Negro you just promoted in my chat, no, he's garbage. Women don't get no success going to that Negro. Are you serious? Go to Queen Afua. Okay. They are getting smaller. By the way, my fibroids. You said it's a bad procedure. Beloved, I'm going to ask you something. Nirvana. I know, aren't they? Nirvana, what size were your fibroids 7 years ago prior to getting the fibroid embolization? I need to know what size they were in centimeters. Not pregnant, but under tremendous stress since my father passed 5 years ago. Ever since then, my periods have been, yeah, there you go. See, I told you. Fibroids don't make your period. Fibroids doesn't make your period. What do you say? It doesn't cause you to miss your period. Okay, it doesn't cause you to miss your period. It's usually stress. Now listen. What are you doing? Are you going through some kind of counseling or something to deal with your father passing? Because 5 years ago, and you're still dealing with that stress, you have not dealt with his, not dealt with the abandonment issues that developed from his death. So you need to, that's my next question is how come you, because it doesn't sound like you're going through any counseling or any kind of grief therapy for that. Okay, Nirvana says 9.5. I have at least 5 on and my kidneys were stopped up, so it was an emergency. Well, you mean they were blocking your kidneys? And now they're 4.5 and I have 3. But I've been healing myself and it's working. You've been doing some other things in addition to the fibroid embolization. Well, congratulations from going to 5 to 3 with some work on your own. Thank you, Dr. Akilah. I will find out what condition my thyroid is in, whether it's sluggish or hyperactive. No problem. Yeah, that's what you need to know, because that's the reason why when you was asking me, like, my throat chakra 7-8 is in balance, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what you said? I didn't understand a word you was talking about. So that's that. But yeah, that's what, when you're dealing with your thyroid, it's important that you do that. All right, embolization was 7 years ago. Now it's diet, meditation, sound healing, and detoxing. I really wish you didn't get the embolization, but it doesn't mean it's a lost cause. But I will say this: if you came to me 7 years ago, I was still practicing, by the way, and you had 9, and your largest fibroids was 9.5 centimeters, you would have been fibroid free by the following year. So, but what's done is done. Yeah, what's done is done. No judgment here. What's done is done. What I suggest is that you keep doing what you're doing, and here's a thought. This is gonna sound a little hippie, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Are you building a relationship between you and your uterus? Like, are you appreciating your uterus? You know what I notice I keep doing? I've been doing this for years. Like, I have given my uterus a name, and my vagina a name. My ovaries have names. They're the twins. I did a retreat. I sponsored a women's retreat many years ago. And I had a workshop where you have to build a relationship with your uterus. And you had to name your uterus and you had to name your vagina. But mainly you had to name your uterus. And you had to apologize to her of how you mistreated her, took her for granted, underestimated. You underestimated her. You had to do a lot of things. And you had to basically start building a relationship with her. Like today, okay, I don't know what's going on with my cervix right now, but I am producing extra fluids there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing it and there's no man around me. Usually, like, I'm like, why am I? And then I named my vagina Cookies. I go, Cookies, what's going on with you? Like, I don't understand that. I was not turned on, nothing. And I didn't understand what was going on. And I'm like, I was like, what's going on with you, girl? We ain't seen there was no reason for her to be that lubricated. And then I started laughing at myself. I said, damn, I still talk to my reproduction. I still talk to my reproductive system. I still talk to my female parts after all these years. Okay. I thought it was funny. What I'm saying is I have a very healthy relationship with my female body parts. And so therefore, I communicate. So what I'm saying to you, Nirvana, is that you should build that type of relationship. But first of all, you got to introduce yourself, and then you got to see, she feeling some kind of way about you. You got to ask for forgiveness. It's a big process, girl. Whatever. So that's that. Yes, I did a video on it about 2 weeks ago. My angry vagina, inspiration, Queen of Fool. Yeah, I got to give the Queen. Listen, I got to give Queen of Fool her due. Okay. I gotta give her due. She knows what she's talking about, and she's good. Okay, and women, you need to go to other women, not men, when it comes to anything dealing with your reproductive system. You should always go to a woman, a womb man. Don't go to no man. How the hell would he know how to tell you what to do with your uterus? He don't even know how it feels to be on a menstrual cycle. He don't bleed every month. Okay? I've always been like that. I'm like, when it comes to my reproductive system, no, a man can't tell me nothing. I can't tell a man how it feels to ejaculate. Now he can't tell me how it feels to have a menstrual cycle. So no, dude, step off. Know your lane. That's why I got really angry. I'm like, don't you ever promote that man. I don't even like this guy anyway. He's a shyster and a con artist, and you tell him I said it. But no, I won't ever speak ill of Queen of Four. I just won't. She's still in the business. I think she's still in the business. Do y'all know I've been so disconnected. Is she still doing it? Can somebody go check to see? Because I'm referring her, and I don't even know if she's still doing it. She could have got fed up with you ladies and bounced too. Okay, let me just see. Dr. Akilah feeling juicy. Yes. Shout out Sapphire. Okay, I even wrote a gratitude piece to my fibroids for teaching me how to treat my body. Well, very good. Actually, if I could make a recommendation, I would suggest that you do a gratitude piece for your uterus for producing the fibroids, okay? Not the fibroids itself. Your uterus allows those fibroids to manifest. So I would tweak it like that. I like my gynecologist. Her father delivered me. Cool. Queen of Fool is still working. Awesome. There you go. Okay, so Queen of Fool is still working. And by the way, she's a little nicer than me. Listen, I'm very alpha, very fiery. She's smooth like water. She has that mama mentality. I have a soldier mentality. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want somebody to just be kind and loving to you, go to her. I ain't that kind of person. That's not even my personality. So she's still working. There you go. She is still doing consultations and retreats. What? Bless her heart. Dude, I bounced. I was like, I'm out of here. I can't do this. I did it all, girl. You did. You did, girl. I'm glad. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. That sounds good. That's awesome. I met Queen of Fool in person when she came to GA. Yeah, she comes to, from my understanding, when I was active in the holistic world, she used to come to West End a lot. Oh, no. Yeah. She either would come to the West End or she would go to the, is it Decatur? There's a holistic, there's a black holistic wellness center over there. I don't live up there anymore. You know, I had to get further down away from Atlanta. I'm not up there anymore, but I'm further down. But I used to travel and do lectures and classes up there, and I remember she was doing some things too. So that's cool. That's good to know. All right. So what time are we looking at? Oh shoot, it's an hour and a half. I've been here, no, an hour. Okay, should I wrap it up now? Let me see. I've been here for an hour. I don't know why I thought I saw it at 8 o'clock. Okay, so I only started at 8:30. Meditation has been good, and it helped being myself more. Yeah, I'm for meditation if you quiet your mind, especially individuals who stay plugged to the computer. This past weekend, I unplugged. I went on a stay vacation where I stayed in the state, but I went to a nice hotel and just stayed in there, and I just stayed in there and slept. That's what I just do, sleep. And I don't, stay tuned into the computer, and I'm not really active. I deleted my Twitter a long time ago. Deleted my Facebook. I'm really not active on social media. So it wasn't hard for me to unplug. What did you just say about manifestation? What did I say about manifestation? What did I say about manifestation? I don't know. Yeah, I guess you got to rewind it. I don't know. I've been saying a lot of stuff. I've been making some women mad too. I said a lot today. Your casserole pack video was helpful to me. Detailed, bad word. I know my next sonogram will be fibroid free. You go, girl. I hear you. Yeah, I put a lot of effort into that video. A lot of effort because I knew I was going to eventually leave, and I wanted to give you guys and I also did it for my clients too, to show them how to do it. Would you recommend fertility acupuncture? For anything that says, okay, you can't do a spot acupuncture. I do support acupuncture, but I have never, ever, ever, ever seen acupuncture help reduce fibroid. It's good for adding to the regimen, and it's also good for adding to any type of fertility regimen. So I'm not going to be against acupuncture, but I don't want you to think acupuncture in itself is going to do it. What can I do to de-stress? What's causing you stress, Trish? So I have to be specific. What's causing you stress? And I'll tell you how you can de-stress. Last comment. What's the name of your embolization video, Queen? I think it's Q&A. Hold on. Let me go look. God, man, I've been on YouTube for so long. I can't remember all my videos. And that was so long ago. Let me go back. Hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on, I'm looking. I looking. Let's see. I'm looking. Natural remedies for yeast, natural remedies for bacterial vaginosis. Okay, you're going to have to look under uterine fibroid tumors Q&A part 1 and part 2. I do believe it's underneath there. Once again, the videos are called Uterine Fibroid Tumors Q&A with Dr. Akilah, part 1 and part 2. That was done in 2011. Good googly moogly. Good gosh. That was a long time ago. Yeah. So it was underneath that one. 2011. Good gosh, man. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me see. Yes, some other people. Do you recommend yoni steaming? Hell no. Oh my God. I saw that nonsense. Come on, sisters. Y'all should be able to have the common sense to look at something and say, that's a gimmick. No. And I'm gonna say it right now. That yoni steaming, that is a con. That is a con. I can't believe I fell for that. I looked at that and said, whatever you do, get your hustle on. I remember that video embolization, basically don't do it. Yeah, it's too late. She already did it. But I talked about that video. I think I did talk about it in that video. I would like to hear more about developing a relationship with my uterus. Can you do a separate video on it? I feel like I owe my uterus an apology. I could. I have to be realistic about whether I would though. I mean, it's really, no, I don't think I'm gonna, I could do a video, beloved, but I don't think I'm just being honest with myself because I know myself so well. I don't think I'm going to do a video on it. But I will tell you this. If you would like to do an apology with your video, listen, treat your uterus like you would treat your best friend. Okay? Uh-oh, hold on. I missed somebody. Trish said, hold on. As soon as I finish this one, Trish, I'll get back to you. I just saw what you said. It's not that hard to develop a relationship with your uterus. Like when you meet a female friend for the first time, you get to know each other by asking questions and see what you have in common, blah, blah, blah. Well, you're not going to ask your uterus any questions. But what would you do is you start, first of all, introduce yourself and acknowledge your uterus. Give your uterus a name. And then go from there. And be like, go somewhere quiet. Get rid of the TV. Get rid of the radio. Turn off the computer. You can sit on your bed or you can go outside in nature. You can go on the grass. You can go into the water. I don't care where you go, but you need to go someplace. And then you just place your hand on over the area where your uterus is. And I showed you guys how to find that in that fibroid video. Castrol pack video. And then I said, basically you address her and you say, I know I haven't been paying attention to you. I know I have not been honoring you. I know I haven't been showing you any love, but I'm willing to change right now. And I want to build a relationship with you. And then you go into the forgiveness. Like, I know I have underappreciated you. I know I've allowed a lot of men to if this is the case, I've allowed some men to violate you, to use you or whatever. I'm saying to you, back then I didn't know any better, but now I do. And we're going to have a different relationship here from here on out. And I ask you to forgive me because I want to heal you. I want to make you whole. Because ladies, let me tell you something about your uterus. If you decide to have babies or don't decide to have babies, it doesn't matter. Once you go through menopause, it's time to use your uterus for manifestation things. It's the generator to make things happen if you are in line with your femininity and your female self. Let's see. Okay, now Trish, lupus and fibroids. Hold on. You're under stress because you're stressed because you're lupus and fibroids? You're stressed out because of that. So you stressed. Your lupus and fibroids are causing you stress. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking. I'm keep repeating it because I'm trying to think like that's going to make it worse. It's kind of like a bad relationship because it's like stress is going to make the fibroids and lupus worse, but then it's the lupus and fibroids that making you stress, and stressing out about the fibroids and lupus is going to make it worse. You see how it's just going around in circles? Why don't you go see a counselor, beloved? Go talk to somebody, and not your girlfriends. Go talk to a professional. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss somebody? Okay, you said it is plastic in the bloodstream. I sure did. Well, it is, but it is. It's plastic little balls. I wonder if I can remove it. No, unfortunately, once it's in you, they won't remove it. I mean, you could remove it, but the doctors won't do it. So you don't believe in fibroid pearls? When I read stuff like this, I wish I was a heartless, scheming, conniving con artists that can make money off of your off of you women because you're so naive and gullible. I really wish seriously, I'm so serious about this. I really wish that I wasn't so loving and caring about the truth and giving it to you. But you know what? I'm in the loser seat because people don't like the truth. They don't like to hear it. And they want to hear that you can get rid of fibroids in 2 weeks. All you got to do is use a suppository and boom, your fibroids. And look at my sister. She got rid of her fibroids in 5 days. I wish I could lie to you like that. I don't know how. But you know, you have men and women who are real good at lying. They're narcissistic. They're psychopaths. Sociopaths. They're all these things. And they have no problem lying to your face and going to bed and sleeping like a baby. I can't be that person, unfortunately. I just can't. I can't do that to you, because to do that to you is to do that to myself. And because I love myself and my uterus and I love the truth, some of y'all don't like the truth. You don't like to hear it. You want to hear about a quick scheme. You want to know, look at some of the questions in here. How do I hurry up and get rid of this? What's the fastest way? There's no such thing as a fastest way, nothing. And then you got people that they're basically telling y'all this yoni steaming and the fibro pearls and that this particular herb right here will get rid of your fibroids. And y'all believe this nonsense. Because you don't want to do the work. You don't want to work on your emotional mind. You don't want to work on your emotional body, your physical body. You don't want to deal with your past issues. You don't want to alter your diet. Just had a sister in here tell me, I want to do some organic grass-fed beef, when I told her no, and she admitted I said no beef. And then you know what happens? These people who lie to you make so much money. And I'm the one who's empty-handed in the end. So I've always been this way. If you believe these dumb people, these scheming and conniving people, that you do this and you do that, and these people who they don't even have a track record. At least myself, Queen of Fool, and there's another sister I hate her. She hates me and I hate her back. There's another. What is her name? I hate her so much I can't remember her name. But she's not doing it anymore, by the way. But here's the deal. You all never ask, what would Dr. Akilah think about this? When Dr. Akilah always said, you will never, ever, 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 ever get rid of fibroids if you don't work on your mindset, your diet, and your lifestyle. Okay? And you don't want to do that. You want, well, maybe if I just pop this pill, they'll go away. This lady said it'll happen. Well, maybe if I stick this steam thing up my vagina, well, you not really, whatever. If I put these pearls, if I do this, it'll get rid of it. And this is not what Dr. Akilah said. She ain't say nothing like that. So you go, listen, you believe that nonsense, go ahead and give them your money. Because if you notice, I have yet to ask any of you all for money to even give you this information. Have I? The answer is no. The answer is no. I have been coming here out of the fact that, hey, in order for me to keep my health straight, I got to practice. I got to preach so I can practice it. And so I'm preaching. Ain't nobody donate. I didn't say, hey, hook a sister up with a super chat. Hey, go to the description box and I ain't do none of that. And the thing about it is that this to show you that you all you really don't appreciate, and I'm okay with that. You don't appreciate it, but you'll suffer the consequences, and I don't want to hear it when you do. The thing about it is that when you go to these people who are ripping you off, understand the same thing with the medical doctors. You have chosen that God. You like people to tell you beautiful lies? Then go to them. You like people to abuse your body and treat you like a scientific experiment? Go to the medical doctors. But if you want to do the work and you understand that there's no quick fix, I never promised anybody a quick fix. You need to come to us. And you make sure you bring some thick skin with you. So if you want to be ripped off, get your money, get ripped off, girl. I ain't gonna stop you. Go get ripped off. But when you come to me, understand, I'm gonna be like, that's what you get. Why would you believe that some nonsense like that was gonna get rid of fibroids? You're so silly. Now I see how men take advantage of you. Tell you sweet lies. Thanks for mentioning the yoni steaming. And as I did wonder what the real benefits is. The real benefits is that it makes your coochie nice and soft and hot. It feels good against your kitty cat. That's what the steam is. It makes you feel your cootie cat feels good. That's all that is. There's no health benefits to that. Do you have tips on firmer breasts? What's wrong with your breasts, beloved? You want firmer breasts? You could do go to the gym and do some push-ups or bench press. But if you're more than an A cup and your breasts are sagging because you breastfed, that's just called nature. How do you feel about fibro blend pills? I don't know what that is, and I don't even care. They just want to wear waist beads and think they're going to go away. I know that's right. I know of them all. I can guess. Oh no, Sapphire. I just realized who it was. I don't even want to mention her name. As soon as I was ranting, I mentioned her name. So that's that. Okay, I'm glad y'all thankful. I feel very lucky to have found you recently. I'm glad you guys listen. I'm just saying what I'm saying is that I'm doing this more for me than you guys because I left my practice for 3 years. I'm very rusty. So getting back into this with you all is really helping me. And you get the benefit from it because I'm saying to myself, all of that knowledge, it can't go to waste. And I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again. So I have noticed that some of the emotions is due to not facing up to what is really going on in our lives. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. I'm a little late to the party, but can you list to us? I am willing to work to remove fiber. Can you list to us? You have to ask that question again. I don't know what you're asking me. Okay, sending love to you doing this work. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do this every Tuesday, or every Sunday, but you just have to be subscribed and just be notified and just. I promise you, if I was to do a Q&A, it's going to be on a Sunday or a Tuesday, but it's not going to be a consistent. Okay, it's not going to be consistent. All right. So, quote of the right: if y'all want to go to someone that's all into Africa. So, all right, any more questions? Because that means if you guys are not bringing any more questions, I can end it at the top of the hour. It's 9:53 right now, so that means in Eastern Standard Time. So that means I can stop it at what, 10 o'clock? So yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna, how to treat ADD. Oh, that's a real good question. Oh God, this is gonna take a long answer. Okay, here's the thing with ADD. I don't believe that there is anything that needs to be taken when it comes to ADD. And I do believe a lot of people are giving too much attention to ADD. For example, I'll never forget this little girl, and I hope she never forgets me. Her parents brought her into my wellness center saying that the doctor wanted to put her on a new form of Ritalin because she was diagnosed with ADD. And I looked at that little girl and I started to talk to her, and I said, because they said that, you know, she doesn't concentrate in school and this, that, and the other, and she, you know, constantly doing stuff that the teacher doesn't tell her to do and this, and the other, and she had to have been in the 4th grade. And I asked her, I looked at the little girl and I said, "What's your favorite class?" And she said, "Music." I said, "Oh." And then her parents interject, which pissed me off because I was like, "Shut up, I'm talking to your daughter. I don't need you to interject." That's what I can't stand. Y'all act like your children are not intelligent enough to have a conversation with an adult. She interjects, "Yes, she plays the flute." And I looked at her mama. I said, "I'm not talking to you, mama. I'm talking to your daughter. Hush." And I looked at the little girl, and apparently that gave me cool points with her. And I said, "So what do you like to do in music class?" "I like to play the flute." "Oh." And then I asked her, "You know how to read music?" She knows how to read music. And she can't wait. And she practiced, you know, saying she got to do her homework first, but she hates it because, you know, she wants to do her homework. And all that is, long story short, I said, "Don't you put that little girl on no Ritalin." I said, "She's going to turn into a drug head when she gets older, like what's going on right now." And I said, "Listen, this is what you need to do. You need to find, first of all, the classes that she's a part of sounds like she's bored and that the work is too easy for her and it's not keeping her attention. Also, you have to understand that we all learn a different way. Some of us learn through visualization. Some of us learn through hearing audible, and some of us learn through our feelings. Like you got to tell a story that makes you feel happy. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things. Kinesthetic. That's what it is. Kinesthetic. Audible, kinesthetic, visual. With her, she's audible. The teacher who's teaching her is visual. He likes to show pictures. He likes to do this. She wants to hear the sounds in the pictures. She wants to hear this. This is the reason why she loves playing the flute. So she got misdiagnosed because you're not making her compatible with her teacher. So here's the thing. People who say they got ADD, you ain't got no ADD. You just don't want to do what you're doing. You hate to do it. For example, if you got to do your taxes and somebody like, "Hey man, you want to go out here to eat?" "Oh, I got to do my taxes." It ain't going to be real quick. You want to go get that eat. You're going to get that your eat on and then push them taxes off. That's all that is. So there is no such thing as a natural cure to ADD. Do what you like to do and do what's... Now, let me just say this. You gotta do the responsible thing that you don't want to do. You're going to have to buckle down and force yourself to do those things, like pay your taxes and do your taxes, or pay somebody else to do them. But here's another thing. If you don't want to do those things, then pay somebody to do them for you. Oh, thanks for answering my question. Oh, no problem. Oh, so I'm telling the truth. I'm sorry. I'm just now looking. It says that is so true. See, there you go. So don't worry about the ADD, dude. You do good. All right. Let's see. Hold on. I have changed my mindset. Feel better within by focusing on positive things. Diet, eating better by introducing fruits and vegetables. Cool. How long does it realistically take to get rid of fibroids once I've changed my diet? Okay, that's too broad because I don't know what size your fibroids are. I don't know where they're located. Nobody can answer that without knowing everything about you, and that requires a consultation. When I came in, you were speaking about going to the right people, those that won't tell you no lies, but will tell you the truth. Come with thick skin. Who are those people? I mentioned one of them already. Was Queen. Well, okay. You can go to Queen Afua, but you don't have to have thick skin because Queen Afua is nurturing. She's going to be motherly to you. I'm not. I'm like a drill sergeant. If you want somebody who's going to be a mother to you, go to her. I am more of like, but I'm not doing it right now. What I'm doing is right now is I got some things I got to do. Here's the good news, beloved. I am going to get back into the business, but I have to get out of Georgia first. And so there's a lot of remodeling things I have to do to my home. And there's some, I got to do some things first. And then when I relocate to another state, I'm going to open up a new wellness center. As of now, I'm too salty about Georgia. But I am more of a drill sergeant. So you don't have to have a thick skin when you go to her. You have to have a thick skin when you come to me. Okay. All right. No red meat, drinking water with pH level 7.5, an exercise lifestyle, going out to lectures about keeping away from toxic people. That's a good one. They very bad for your health. Doctor, maybe you could do a show every 2 weeks as this will be less taxing on your schedule. It's not that it's taxing on my schedule. It's just that I do it when I have the time. And today Tuesdays and Sundays are my very free time. Tuesdays and Sundays are the time I have free and that I can talk to you. So, and it's also for a way for some of you who don't know me to be reconnected to me. A lot of you don't know me because you have never, because I left 3 years ago. I'm coming back. So in a way, the Q&A is also a way for you to get to know me. You know that I'm very no nonsense. You know I'm a rough around the edges. I give you your truth with no sugar on top. No sugar. I'm so hardcore. So that's that. All right, let's see. Okay. Any last question? Every time I say, okay, guys, I'm about to log off. Anybody got any more questions? I'm about to log off. And then all of a sudden the questions start coming in. So, but understand this. I'm strict and no nonsense because I care. Don't ever forget this. I actually care. If I didn't care, I would be aloof. I would be like, whatever. Do you, girl. That's right, honey. Go ahead, guy. Blah, blah, blah. Do those things. So that's that. Believe it or not, PJ, it's between Texas and Florida where I'll be relocating. And when I do relocate, I haven't chose which one. It's up in the air, but those are the two states I'm thinking about moving to. Texas or Florida. And when I do move there, I will open up another wellness center. Do you have a time frame for the move or going back to practicing? Here's the deal. You want to hear something so crazy? You all know I was very, very successful. I mean, money was never an issue. When I left when I left my practice, money still wasn't an issue, but I took a huge income cut. And I know you all can say, well, Dr. Akilah, you can solve that by getting back into the practice. I don't want to come back into the practice unhappy in the same location that made me unhappy. I need a new place. Remember, I was in Germany and I left Germany and I'm back in Georgia. I'm ready to get out of Georgia. So it just, it's one of those catch-22s. Did that make any sense? That doesn't sound like it made any sense. Can you guys tell me that made any sense? Because now I got this confused look on my face. Like, what did you just say? Did that make any sense? Did that make any sense? Which water is good? Spring, filtered water, or Kangen water? Distilled water. None of those waters are nothing. Is it true that there are mineral deficiencies in people with ADHD and omegas help? No, that's not true. Okay, it did make sense. Okay. Yeah. When I come back into this, because I have to for my health's sake, okay, I have to do it. See, I thought running away to Germany was the answer. That wasn't. The answer is getting out of Georgia. I got to get out of Georgia. And so, repairing and remodeling the house is coming slowly but surely, but it's happening. So once it does happen, I will get back in it. Understand this, beloved. I could be 102 years old and still do this work. So that's that. All right. What are y'all arguing about? Florida and Georgia and Texas? Okay, it made sense. That's glad. Okay. All right. So we have no more questions. So I'm going to go ahead and log off. Before I do, I just want to let you all know that once again, if I do a Q&A, now I'm going to be uploading some health news videos, this week or whatever. But if I do any Q&As, remember Sundays and Tuesdays around 8:30 or 8 o'clock is when I will do them. Let me say it one more time because I want y'all to write this down, or I want you to put this in your head that if you want to ask me any health questions and you want me to do a Q&A, that I will either do it on a Sunday or a Tuesday at 8:30. Let me just keep it down to 8:30. I'm not going to make it complicated. I was going to say 8 to 8:30. Just say 8:30. I'm going to do it at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday or Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I'll do this. And then I'll also upload videos dealing with some health news and stuff like that for you all to watch. So make sure you watch those. Okay. Leave a comment in the comment section. Give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see you all the next time. Like I said, expect some videos to be uploaded this week, okay? All right, beloved. I had a great time. Glad you all had a great time. Okay? And I will see you all next time. Peace and blessings.